Welcome to Hot Garbage, episode number 6. I'm Greg.
And I'm Nicholas.
And there goes the mayor with his 1-cent tax. You know,
Don't forget not just the 1-cent tax, but the doubling of the business license.
Oh.
Fees for the business license is now doubled.
Birmingham,
Alabama.
Yes. Tax the poor.
Hopefully he is as wise as he appears to be in age.
He's old, I'll give him that.
Hopefully.
Old, a lot of times, leads to wisdom.
Wisdom. Oh
Yes.
my.
Do you have any idea about any kind of a...
I think what Greg is trying to do is prompt me into a segue, but not the one that you write on. Segue into a...
I remember that thing. Little 2 wheels.
Into the topic of tonight's show. It's grandfatherly advice. And, well, for some reason that's me talking about my grandfather.
Yes.
His name is Pawpaw.
Pawpaw.
Pawpaw. Actually, if you've ever come across a Thomas knife, that's my Pawpaw. He's been making knives for a long time. Actually, he's the Jewel of the Nile. That movie has got one of his knives in it.
I'll be.
Yeah. And anyway, so we'll start off the grandfatherly advice. I guess I was about 17 years old. My grandfather is from Texas. He's an electrician, but a good old boy. Not quite a cowboy, but
Electrician.
knows what he's doing. So he asked me one day, said, "Hey Nicky." "Yes, sir." Do you know what somebody's trying to tell you when they say they're experienced?
Well, you figured they'd know what they're doing.
That's what I said, and he said, "No, sir." He said, "No. It means they fucked a lot of shit up."
There goes the rated PG.
Those were his words. Imagine my shock. Yeah, when I turned 16, my grandfather became a different person.
Yes.
Let's see, another grandfatherly advice. He says, you got to pay attention to words. You got to pay attention to words, what they sound like, and what they mean. So I'm going to say, "Hey Greg," instead of, "Hey Nicky." "Hey Greg."
Yes.
Do you know what the difference between unlawful and illegal is?
Well, no.
Well, one is against the law, and the other is a sick bird.
Whoa, yeah, I like it. Yes. Oh, look at it. All right, well, with that, we're going to go to our commercial break here at Hot Garbage, and we'll see you back just in a minute.
This is so romantic.
Well, it's about to get a little bit more romantic. A little candlelight
Oh.
and a little Bud Light.
Oh.
Do you smell barbecue? Oh!
Welcome back to the Hot Garbage. I'm Greg.
I'm Nicholas.
Yes.
It's nice to meet you. Greg.
Yes.
Hi.
Oh, hello there. All right. So, where the hell were we?
We were talking about grandfatherly advice.
Yes.
And this really should be a 40-minute segment.
Yes. Well, we got 3 minutes left.
So the next one, see, I don't remember how old I was, but my grandfather come from Texas this time to visit us in Alabama. And I'd slept in for a little while, and I guess it was about 11 o'clock when I got up, and everybody was sitting down at the lunch table to eat lunch, and I come in there with bedhead, and I sit down. I made the mistake. Well, mistake, I don't know. Sat down next to him, and I get the elbow, my ribs. Hey, Nicky.
Nicky.
Yeah, but for this episode, I'll say, hey, Greg.
Oh, yeah.
Have you taken a dump since you've gotten up this morning?
Oh, yeah, I have.
Well, I didn't that morning, and I said, no, sir, I sure haven't. He said, don't talk to me until you do, because you're full of shit.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's, don't talk to anybody until you've had your morning constitutional. Otherwise, you're full of shit.
Wait, that's all that's about? Come on, that's not even deep, man.
It's not supposed to be deep.
Yes, but we're hot garbage.
Alright, you want one deep. Alright, here you go. This time I was 19, and I was visiting my grandfather in Texas, walking in his backyard, and he's pointing out, that's a stump I cut off 5 years ago. There's a birdhouse I built. There's a pile of dog shit from my dog. And then I get the elbow in my ribs. Hey, Nicky.
Nicky.
Yes, sir. I guess I was about your age when my grandfather gave me some advice. So I guess I'm going to give it to you now. My grandfather said, always keep your nose clean and don't fuck up.
Yeah.
I said, well, Pawpaw, that sounds like pretty good advice. We walk another 20 yards in the backyard, and says, I never really did figure out what he meant by that, but I guess what he meant was always carry a handkerchief and don't let her on top. This is my grandfather. This is my pawpaw.
Seems as though I've heard that before, though.
Well, we've known each other for a little while, Greg, and we've been drinking at the bar, and that's usually when it comes out.
Might be.
Did I tell you about the one about the pecker leaning to the left?
No. Please.
Again, I think this time I was 17. Walking in my grandfather's backyard, Pawpaw's backyard.
Hold on, how are we doing on time, Director? We're good?
El Fiore.
Sure.
I get the elbow in the ribs again. It's classic. Oh Lord, the elbows in the ribs. I could go much, much worse than this.
Yeah, but hurry up.
Hey Nicky. Yes, sir? It's okay if your pecker leans to the left a little bit. Okay. Mine does. Gives it character.
Yes.
Just random.
That's it?
That's it. That's the pecker leaning to the left. So, it gives it character.
Character. Alright, well, there you go. There's another episode of Hot Garbage. And we'll be back with episode 7 next week, I reckon.
Served fresh off of a cat's ass.